If you don't watch Question Period in the House of Commons, don't worry. I have that unfortunate job of doing it for you. And by doing so, I extract some of the best clips in Canadian politics. Well, today we're taking a look at Mr. Speaker, the House Speaker, Anthony Ratatatata, who actually flips on Justin Trudeau. Now, normally, Anthony Ratatatata likes to take his anger out on the Conservatives. He likes to penalize Pierre Poilievre. He takes questions away. He reverses the order because the House gets rowdy. Conservatives are too hype and the Liberals are very, manipulative and crappy politicians and are destroying this world as we know it. But nonetheless, in this video, this golden nugget of a video, Mr. Speaker tells the Liberals, specifically Justin Trudeau, that if the words are difficult to understand, that's right, if the words are too difficult to understand, to Google it. What? Never, ever, ever has the House Speaker actually done anything like this to the Liberals or to specifically Justin Trudeau. But before we get into it, I want to encourage you to give a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps grow the channel. Without further ado, let's take a look at this weird multiverse video where Mr. Anthony Ratatatata, his name's actually Anthony Rota, but he is like a rat, and it's my generation. That's what we do. Here we go.
Was forced to remain behind a veil of ignorance by his own admission today. He said that he was not aware of information that the former conservative leader already knew about the government in Beijing spreading disinformation using state organs. This is on top of learning today that Mr. Johnston hired a lifelong Liberal donor who was at a fundraiser with the leader of the Liberal Party just 2 years ago. In addition to other Liberal consultants and NDP strategists to do damage control, will we put an end to the act and fire this rapporteur and call a public inquiry now?
That's what everybody wants. That is what everybody wants. Let's see how he doesn't answer.
Speaker, let me read a quote on the former Governor General. I think we're dealing with a very credible individual, and I think that distant history bears little relevance to the fact that he has a very distinguished career. If we're suggesting just because at some point in history he was appointed by a former Conservative Prime Minister that he should be disqualified from participating in public life, I think that is a little bit extreme. This is a very qualified individual, and frankly, I haven't heard anybody question his integrity, and I have no reason to do for that, Mr. Speaker.
You can hear Freeland squeaking in the back.
The honourable leader of the...
I just want to point out that if you pay attention to the Conservatives and the Liberals, you'll notice that Pierre Poilievre on the Conservative team, and as well as pretty much every single Conservative MP who speaks in the House of Commons, they don't have a script. They don't need a script. They know their talking points. They're not paid by a superior power to do their job, potentially the way Liberals allegedly are, right? They're given their script, go be a little puppet in front of everybody, in front of the cameras. And so it's just a fun little fact in case you haven't noticed.
The opposition. Order. The honourable leader of the opposition.
Which is another reason that it is so tragic that Prime Minister has destroyed the reputation.
I'm going to break that one down for a second because for anyone who doesn't understand, David Johnston is a pretty honorable member within Canadian politics and within Parliament. But the reason why everyone is questioning this special rapporteur report and decision to not file a public inquiry and to keep it private is because he's a longtime family friend and ski buddy with the Trudeau family and as well as Justin Trudeau. So he's good at his job of doing other things. But for this particular thing, it doesn't make any sense. It's a clear bias. So that's what he's saying.
Putting a former member of the Trudeau Foundation in this terrible position and surrounding him with Liberal staffers, Liberal donors, and Liberal lawyers, he has ruined the perceived objectivity, caused a conflict of interest, one that he could reverse anytime. Why will the Prime Minister not put an end to the charade, launch a full public inquiry now?
Right Honourable.
Yep, everybody wants. That is what everybody wants.
Mr. Speaker, as the Leader of the Opposition formerly said, David Johnston is a man of integrity, and when I chose to appoint him to be an independent expert, I didn't hold against him the fact that he had been appointed by Conservatives past. I knew that his judgment was top-notch, and that is what he has demonstrated every step of the way. The judgment that is in question is the judgment of the Leader of the Opposition, who continues to refuse to get briefed up on top-secret matters that would allow him to understand what's actually going on in foreign interference, instead of making baseless personal attacks.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, it's no longer just me that's pointing out that deficits cause inflation. It's the former Liberal Finance Minister, John Manley, who says this government is putting its foot on the inflationary gas while the Bank of Canada is slamming its foot on the brakes by raising interest rates on Canadians. There are literally hundreds of thousands of families who took on big mortgages when interest rates were artificially low that will face massive increases in their monthly payments.
Yeah, they told us to do that.
If rates don't get back down. So will the Prime Minister balance the budget to bring down inflation and interest rates so that Canadians can keep their homes?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Here it is.
In the name of austerity, the Conservative Party continues to filibuster and block our measures.
I'm just going to interrupt. We're starting to build up again. Yesterday was such a nice day. I just want to repeat. Everybody continue.
That's not good that we're already getting into this.
If they're too big, then Google them. Honourable Leader of the Opposition, or sorry, the Honourable Right Honourable Prime Minister. From the top, please.
Mr. Speaker, the Conservative Party continues its focus on austerity and cuts rather than being there to help Canadians. They are blocking and using parliamentary games to hurt Canadians who need help right now. He's busy blocking an anti-flipping tax for residential properties to help out homeowners. He's blocking the doubling of tradespeople's tools deduction at a time where we know we need our tradespeople.
Why does he need his script?
Delivering new housing across the country, and he's even blocking the Enhanced Canada Workers Benefit. His partisan games are hurting Canadians. When will he let BIA pass?
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Families are already facing austerity, and families have to make cuts themselves into the amount of food they can eat and other activities that their families would like to do. What we are blocking is the $60 billion of inflationist deficit that has fueled interest rate rises. Even the Minister for Finance admitted that deficits put oil and fuel on the inflationist fire. Will the Honourable Prime Minister finally listen to his own Finance Minister, and will he stop to add fuel to the inflationist fire?
I can't believe the House Speaker told him to Google it.
Mr. Speaker, it's
That's hilarious.
Ridiculous words again. He's accusing us of austerity whilst accusing us of investing too much. That's ridiculous. Just like what the Leader of the Official Opposition is doing now is blocking measures that will help Canadians now.
He should Google those definitions.
Flipping tax, like a measure to double deductions for tools, and against strengthening worker benefits. He voted to block dental care for children. He voted to block help for low-income renters. The Honourable Member for Bellechambon.
And there it is, everybody. So as you can see, tensions were really high in question period in the House of Commons today, which isn't that unlikely. But the very weird part about this whole thing was that the House Speaker, Anthony Ratatatata, said what he said to Justin Trudeau, where he normally doesn't ever do that. He takes sides with the Liberals because he used to be a Liberal MP. So seeing him turn on Trudeau, say, Google the words if they're so difficult for you, is absolutely incredible. And I'd love to know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think that this was a big win for the public or just a fun little thing to watch, or do you just not care at all? Nonetheless, I'd like to know what you guys think down below. And that's where we're going to end it. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I'd like to encourage you to give a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. If you want to support the channel financially, you can do so by checking out the merch shop linked right up there. Or if you want to do something for free, which is also absolutely acceptable and highly encouraged, you can subscribe right there. If you want to continue watching videos like this, you can do so by clicking or tapping right there to watch the next upcoming video. And if you want to watch a little bit of different content, but also Canadian stuff, you can do so by clicking right up there. That's my second channel, House of Canada, also known as the House of Commons Highlights. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.